Good morning students, this is Sheba. Now we are going to see about the microprocessor and microcontrollers unit 2 8086 bus structure. So in this we are now going to see about the timing diagram basics. In previous topics we have discussed about the pin configuration as well as minimum and maximum mode operations. We have also discussed about the real-time application of scientific calculator, how this 8086 pin configurations are used for real-time implementation purpose. Now we are going to discuss about the timing diagram basics. So here you can see timing diagram. Why this timing diagram is needed? Of course, our 8086 operates based on the clock frequency. The clock frequency decides the operating speed of the microprocessor. So when the clock frequency is given as the input, how it takes the input, how it processes every cycle of instructions, how many clock signals are needed, or how many time milliseconds or nanoseconds are needed to complete an entire instruction cycle. It decides the operating speed of the processor. So in order to find it in a clear manner, we will go for timing diagram representation. Here you can clearly see that is a clock pulse is represented. Starting from 0, it reaches the higher point and again it drop down to the 0 level and again it starts speaking. So here an entire single clock is taken as the input. Both positive as well as negative point is taken for consideration. It starts at the 0 point and it reaches the top edge. Starting from 0 to 80% of amplitude to reach the top edge is referred to as rise time. That is the time taken for the processor to reach the maximum point. That is said to be rise time. Top edge, the maximum peak edge is refers to as top edge, and maximum dropped edge, 0 level, is said to be bottom edge. And fall time is very simple. The time taken for the processor to drop down from maximum to 0 level, it's said to be 80% of that amplitude is said to be fall time. And rising edge is the value, increasing edge is said to be rising edge, and decreasing edge is said to be falling edge. The x-axis refers to the period, time period, and y-axis refers to the amplitude of this signal. So here there are some basic terms you can learn. T-state, one clock period is referred to as T-state, that is complete clock time, both negative as well as positive. CPU bus cycle is 4 T-state. One CPU bus cycle refers to the 4 T-state, that is entire T1, T2, T3, T4. Here in diagram you can see clearly it is referred to as CPU bus cycle. And various forms of transitions you can see here, low, high as well as rising edge transition. Of course, from low to high, high to low, and rising edge, falling edge can be easily seen in this diagram. And TW, T weight, is another important parameter here. What does this TW mean? T weight is the waiting time of the processor. That is, if you are getting any interrupt or any other application, you need to complete that while your application is under main process, means you have to pause your main application for some time and you will be completing that subprogram which has came as the interrupt. After that you will again resume back to the main program. This is referred to as TW, that waiting state, how much time is taken for waiting, it is referred to as T wait. And minimum maximum modes also referred here. Increased starting from 0, where it start increasing to the maximum point, it is said to be minimum or maximum mode. Of course, minimum mode refers to the internal bus control, and maximum mode refers to the external coprocessor control the bus signals. Input, output, or memory access, whether your processor is going to access the memory or input output device, it is also indicated using the timing diagram. Data transmit receive signals can also be represented. Address latch enable, read, write, data enable, everything can be referred using this timing diagram. In real time implementation in this timing diagram is very much helpful for finding how much time, for example, if you are taking the washing machine, means how much time it taken for soaking operation, how much time is it take for getting the input cloths from the front loading or top loading, means it will be indicating that time. And also how much time it take for washing purpose, rinsing purpose, how much time is it take for drying. So everything can be referred using this timing diagram. That's all about the timing diagram basics. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.